Hello, I'm ABX Toycam. Welcome back to another top 5 video. Today I'm going through the top 5 best bugs that have ever existed in Minecraft for consoles. The reason I'm doing this is because I went through one of these where I went through the worst bugs ever, and people really seem to like they're reminiscing about old times and the terrible weird bugs that have come out at some point, and I thought because not all bugs in Minecraft are bad, some are actually quite good, that I would go through and, like some of you requested, go through the best bugs that have ever come to Minecraft on the consoles. So that's what I'm doing today. Hopefully you do all enjoy the video. If you do, please do like the video and let me know, because it helps out the channel and lets me know you do like it. I want to see more reminiscing stuff like this. But yeah, let's get straight into it, shall we? And let's start with the 5th best bug that has ever come to Minecraft console. In my opinion, it has to be the solid sugarcane. This was such a basic bug, but to me it was so memorable and I really did quite like it, and it did actually have some benefits. So what was solid sugarcane and why was that so useful, and why is it number 5 here? So basically solid sugarcane was a bug in TU31 where, because for some reason they just messed up some of the properties of some blocks, they made it so that sugarcane, instead of being able to walk through it like you can now in every version of Minecraft, instead it would be solid. So at first this is just like, this is super weird, but the benefits of it is it means you can jump on top of the sugarcane, and it kind of, works as a thing you can jump on top of, and second of all, it means you can place sugarcane below you and kind of nerd pull yourself up that way. In case you want to make like a 200 high sugarcane, you could do it much easier with this little bug, and again, it's just kind of this weird little thing where I was like, oh, I guess sugarcane's not like that, and I think because it's such an early bug that was so benevolent, like it was so harmless, you never really had to go through any issues with it, but yeah, it had these nice little benefits. I think it made number 5 on the list for that reason. So yeah, the 5th best bug in my opinion is the solid sugarcane. If you remember that, that's quite cool, but if you don't remember that, something I think everyone will remember because it is from TU32, so literally the update before last, because it is slime spawning in the Nether. So with the TU32 bug fix, they spent a lot of time on it so they could fix as many bugs as possible from TU31, and they did a pretty good job on that. However, one of the weird things about what they did is they introduced a brand new bug. So they fixed 70 bugs, but they introduced a new one, and this new one was just so harmless that people were just like, oh yeah, I actually kind of like this, because it was slime spawning in the Nether. So when you go to the Nether, instead of finding magma cubes, which you could still find, just a lot rarer, you would find slimes most of the time. So I assume this was just a simple issue of like someone switched up the ID and suddenly, slimes are spawning everywhere. But there is just this hilarious thing like, oh yeah, now there's slimes in the Nether, and it meant that the best way to get slimes, at least for, a few weeks there, was to go to the Nether. And yeah, I love the, kind of interesting bugs that kind of change up your strategies because they're not unfair. You still have to kill slimes, you still have to find the slimes. It was just a little bit easier in the Nether, and I quite like that. So that's why it's number 4 on the list. Number 3 on the list, if you are curious, is going to be X-ray glitch for me at least, because the X-ray glitch was in the game for so long, from I guess TU5 it'd be all the way up to TU31, and also on the PC version too. And it was just this really handy little tool for creative users mostly. So if you don't know the the X-ray glitch, just to kind of fill you in, basically if you ender pearled or did any fourth way to get your head into a transparent block, so this is leaves, this is glowstone, it would mean that you could see through every other block attached to that. So let's say you ender pearl into some glowstone. This means you can see through the entire map, and you'll only be able to see caves because the stone won't be visible, only the caves through it and the strongholds and other stuff like that. And the reason this was so useful is, if you really want to, just do this in your own world, you can see where a mob spawner is and do it that way. But the big benefit of this was if you're playing in creative and you want to just find where stuff is, if you want to find where the amount of mine shafts are, which for me is particularly important because I do all the seed stuff, this was just a really cool little glitch like that. And they did unfortunately remove it. The reason they removed it makes sense. I mean, it is kind of cheating if you do it in survival, but I think all they had to do is make it a creative only bug, and that's why I really do miss this bug. They had this awesome kind of bug that was super useful, and I get that it needs to be gone from survival, but not from creative, because if you're in creative, you can argue that's kind of cheating yourself anyway. Let people cheat themselves a little bit more if it means that we can still have this awesome bug where you can see through the world. Maybe that's just what I want. Maybe they fixed the bug by accident and they figured it's not actually worth putting back in, but either way, I'm a little bit disappointed by the whole thing, and that is why it is number 3 on the list. It was an awesome bug while it exists, and if I could go back to that time, which some days I wish I could, then I would. But anyway, let's move on to the 2nd best bug that has ever been in Minecraft for consoles, and in my opinion, it has to be the duplication glitch. And not just, regular duplication glitches, although a lot of people do like those. I mean the duplication glitch that occurred during TU17 roughly, where Minecraft Xbox One and PS4 both first came out, and there was a little bit of a bug in the transfer system, which meant that if you kind of went in and out of the save over and over again, it would duplicate your mobs every single time. So, of course, this was on the worst bugs ever list because of the Ender Dragon thing. That's pretty bad when you get 100 Ender Dragons. It lowers your frame rate to like 1 frame a second, and also breaks your world forever. That's pretty bad, but the good side of this was that you got some really hilarious results, because there is a spawn cap on the console that I don't think most people are happy with. I think some people would rather have the ability to lower their frame rate at the cost of having mobs or something like that. Yeah, it's a super annoying mob limit. Basically, this would allow you to go over that mob limit multiple times over. So, there's stories of people who are like, oh, well, I had 10 ocelots there, went in and out a few times, and suddenly there's 160 ocelots just, because they're clones, the same ones. Oh, yeah, I had, 20 dogs following me. Now there are dogs everywhere in the world. They duplicate everywhere. That's one of my friend's stories. There's all these different stories of what happened with this duplication glitch, and I just found it kind of funny, that there was this big kind of bug. Of course, again, it sucked that some worlds went down for it, but the funny and awesome side of it was it allowed you to get over the mob cap, and it allowed you to do some pretty hilarious things, and that's why I think it definitely deserves to be number 2 on this list. But anyway, let's move on to the first best bug that has ever happened for Minecraft console, and it was a bug that made us think they were exclusives, and it's a bug that happened in 2 stages, and that I really don't understand why they don't re-implement. Like, when you do something by accident and it's this awesome, I think that's a sign that and everyone loves it, that's a sign you need to go put it back in the game. And if you can't work out what it is from just that already, it is smooth sandstone stairs. So this is, like I said, a 2-part bug, but when they were developing TU31, they accidentally mixed up the texture on the sandstone stairs and made it so that smooth sandstone would appear there instead. And then they showed off in a screenshot, and everyone was like, oh wow, they're secretly showing us this big thing, there's going to be this brand new block, it's going to be smooth sandstone stairs, it looks pretty awesome, all that sort of stuff, right? However, it turned out that they just had made a mistake, and when everyone pointed it out to them that, oh, there's going to be an exclusive console feature, they actually removed it from the game, and it was so bummed out, because if you look at the current version of the, the thing they showed off, that big structure from the tutorial world, and you look at it versus the smooth sandstone version, the smooth sandstone version just looks so much better, and the same happened when the update actually came out, because red sandstone stairs were smooth red sandstone stairs in the update, and then they realized, oh, that's a bug too, we are sponge people on Twitter, and suddenly those got removed too, and it's just like, but these are features everyone loved. People look at them and think, wow, this is both 1, a console exclusive, and 2, better than the previous stair, but yet they've both been removed from the game, and that's something I really hope is, added back to the game at some point. This is a bug that is so much, this is a bug that's so cool that if anyone could have the option to turn it off, I think 99% of players would be like, yeah, I want that bug back, because it's a bug, big air quotes, that, is so good and so cool, and that I think will even make it to this, the full PC game at some point in time. Anyway, though, that is the end of today's video. I hope you did all enjoy going through the 5 best bugs of all time. Again, let me know what you think of these kind of reminiscing through the update things, because there's been like 34 or 33 of those now, and yeah, lots of cool stuff has happened over time. If you did like the video, please do like it and let me know. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you are new around here. I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, including top 5s and update videos and stuff, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and goodbye.